Hey everyone, Trooper Steve here. Today's episode of Trooper Steve on Patrol is a little different and honestly a lot more personal. So this past weekend, I had the honor of attending the 14th annual Concerns of Police Survivors Central Florida Chapter Blue Light Gala weekend. It's a lot to say, but it was all happening right here in Orlando over at the Rosen Center. And I wanted to take a few minutes to bring you along, not just to really show you what happened, but to share why it matters so much, because this weekend isn't just about a gala, it's about family. The weekend actually begins pretty quiet. Friday night is a private event reserved only for the families of fallen officers and the survivor community. No spotlight, no stage, just people who understand each other in a way most will never. It's a night to reconnect, to share stories, to laugh, and sometimes to cry. One of the most powerful traditions of that evening is something very simple, yet it's pretty incredible. We say their names out loud, one by one, each name representing a life, a sacrifice, and a family forever changed. Something else happens too. New families join, because as heartbreaking as it is, this organization continues to grow, not by choice, but by necessity. Families who have just experienced loss find themselves welcomed into a community that immediately surrounds them with support. Now, it's painful, but it's also beautiful, because no one walks this road alone, ever. Then comes Saturday night, the official Blue Light Gala. Now, the energy shifts. There's excitement in the air, dresses, uniforms, suits, badges, and smiles everywhere you can look. The evening begins about 5 o'clock with a VIP reception, reconnecting with supporters, sponsors, officers, and survivors from across the state. And this year, from across the country. And at 6 o'clock, well, the ballroom doors open to everybody, and this year was special. This was the largest Blue Light Gala that we've ever had. More than 500 people in the room, all united by one mission: honoring the fallen and supporting those left behind. The formal program opened with the national anthem. Now you're probably like, Steve, we get that. That happens all the time. But this was performed by TJ and Selby Bristol. And if you've ever heard them sing, you know this isn't just a performance, it's an experience. They've been part of this organization for many years, generously sharing their incredible talent with us. And every time, they bring the room to a complete standstill. Check it out.
Oh, say, can you see
by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we held
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs burst
You can just feel their pride. They're such an amazing couple, and we're so glad that they're with us every single year. Moving on in the night, this year's keynote speaker was Orange County Sheriff John Mina, someone who has dedicated his life to public safety and leadership in our community. Now, his message was about balance between strength and compassion, and of course, honoring the sacrifices made while reminding everyone in the room why this work matters. Then came one of the most emotional parts of the night, the survivor message delivered by Deputy Caitlin Rogowski. This is never easy to hear, but it's incredibly important because it puts a face, a voice, and a story to the reason why we gather here in the first place. There wasn't a dry eye in the room, and yet there was also strength, courage, and resilience. These families don't just survive, they carry forward legacies. Everyone does. The evening also included performances by Dave Bray, USA, a Navy veteran and passionate supporter of the first responder and military families. Now, his music brought a different kind of energy to the room, patriotic, emotional, uplifting, and powerful. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a reminder that joy still has a place, even in spaces that are shaped by loss. At the end of the night, I had the privilege of offering a few closing remarks to the room, something I take incredibly serious every single year. I want to share those with you guys. In this profession, we see people on some of the worst days of their lives. We run toward chaos, we stand in the gap, and over time, if we're not careful, that weight can make the job feel like it's hardening us, like the badge is turning us cold. But the truth is, this profession was never meant to take our humanity away. It was meant to reveal it. Law enforcement doesn't have to be what breaks us. It could be what builds us, what sharpens our empathy, what reminds us just how valuable a single moment can be. Because don't think that moments have to happen during tragedy. They happen every time we choose just to slow down a little bit, to listen, to treat someone with dignity, to show a child that the uniform isn't something to fear, to remind a victim that they're not alone, to shake a hand instead of just taking a report. We're in a rare and blessed position to cross paths with every walk of life, in neighborhoods, on highways, in schools, in crisis, and in celebration. And in those encounters, we have the power to create everlasting memories. No headlines, no statistics, but moments. Moments that restore trust, moments that change perception, and moments that someone may carry with them for the rest of their life. Strength is absolutely part of the job. Courage is required, but so is compassion, and the strongest officers I have ever known are the ones who can carry both. So as everyone left that room, I went on to continue to say, to go back to their families, our shifts, and our communities, my challenge to all is simple. Do not wait for a meaningful moment to find you. Create them. Because long after the calls are cleared and the uniforms are hung up, it won't be the paperwork anyone remembers. It's going to be how you made them feel. So thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice, and thank you for continuing to be the humanity behind the badge. Stay safe, and let's take care of one another. So to everyone who organized this weekend, to the volunteers, to the sponsors, the performers, the officers, and most importantly, the families, thank you. Your strength inspires more people than you're gonna ever know. And to all you guys watching right now, you don't have to. You don't have to be here, but you are. And I thank you for taking just a few minutes to experience this with me. This has been a special edition of Trooper Steve on Patrol. I'm Trooper Steve. Stay safe, take care of each other. Never forget the heroes who gave everything.